the structured trade was, so for you guys that are doing the long term, we do have a short entry in this, which is day trades, but you can take the trades where the structural point and the trade is one and the same, as long as it doesn't conflict with the rules of the long term. So if you want to initiate a trade that you missed maybe the trade, then these would be the high candidates for you to take the trades that are has a structure point and the entry point one and the same. So for the dollar Swiss, our short entry was below the 95.94. We are now trading at 95.33. This thing should be looking, we should look at it to continue down. What's the high of today? Today is as in, because it's such a, it's a holiday, so it has to be treated slightly different than the normal days. So the high is 95.60. So there has been multiple days which the lows are, and you can see them here on the intraday chart, which is, you see this congregation of days over here, 95.58, 95.52, 95.47. All these lows are congregating there. So this makes our buy for the Swiss, we should not buy it unless it gets above these lows, I guess above the 95.58. So there is no reason to buy the dollar Swiss unless it gets above the 98.58. That will be our buying point. And if we do buy it here, then our stop will be the market side, which is the 95.41. That's a little bit too tight, so anyway, now we'll put 95, put it 40, so a little bit below that. And your structural long point is the 95.94, which was your previous structural short point. On the downside, we will take it short below the low of the day, below this low over here, because we want this to continue. So we're going to go short below 95.20, and our structural short point, let me see if I can find one on the daily chart. This is just a significant point, it's not a, this is 94.20. Okay, so our structural short point is going to be 94.20. Still working. Okay, so that is, so on the short side, so for the pound Swiss, we're going to dollar Swiss, we're buying it above 95.58. We have a structural long point at 95.94, and our stop is going to be 95.40. 40, so it's a tight stop. On the short side, we're going to go short below 95.20, which is the low of the day. We have a structural short point at 94.20, which is about 100 pips away from our entry, and our stop is going to be 95.90. It's a short stop. If we go short below 95.20, our stop is going to be 95.40 also. So our stop is going to be 95. We're going to put our stop right above here, which is going to be 95.40. So the 95.40 will be the long and short stop. So for the dollar Swiss, we are going to go long above 95.58. We have a structural long point at 95.94, and our stop is going to be 95.40 on the short side, 95.20, and we have a structural short point at 94.20, and our stop is going to be 94.40. Okay.